Hello and welcome to Meet the Experts, your show to discover the latest and the greatest in wellness, anti-aging, and medical aesthetic trends. I'm Dori Soukup, and today's expert is Bruce Schoenberg. Bruce is the founder of Oasis Day Spa with 2 locations, one on Park Avenue and one in Westchester. They have been voted favorite day spa in the Day Spa magazine, People's Choice Awards, Best of New York, New York Magazine, and the list goes on, Best of Westchester in the Westchester Magazine. They've also received the Diamond Award winner from Day Spa Magazine, and the list, like as I mentioned, it goes on and on. They have been in business and helping people in their community look and feel their very best. Bruce is here with us today to discuss beauty and wellness essentials to help you be your very best. Welcome, Bruce, and thank you for taking the time to be with us today.
Dori, it is my pleasure to be here with you. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And let's go ahead and get started, Bruce, by telling everyone what made you decide to open up the magnificent 2 locations that you have in New York.
Well, I've been on quite a journey here. We're celebrating our 23rd year in business. We started as a very small boutique location in Union Square, New York City, back in early 1998. And of course, we didn't have the vision that we would end up eventually having 5 locations. Now we have 2 super locations. But along the way, the journey was from Union Square in a 7-room spa to our flagship, which is now at 1 Park Avenue, a great address where we have a 20-room location.
Wow.
And eventually we opened up our Westchester location in 2008, and that is a 16-room spa with outdoor rooftop gardens and outdoor services.
It sounds magnificent. You are truly a visionary to be able to open up these kind of facilities and sustain them and be open for so long. And obviously your locations are favorite by so many people. So congratulations for you and your team for such great success that you've experienced so far. And I'm sure you have seen the industry change so much. Like if you look back 20 some years ago, where only the people that wanted to get pampered used to go to the spa, and now it has changed so much to become something that's an essential thing that people should do. Consumer demands are just so high right now, especially in New York and what you guys have gone through. So there are so many different spas that began offering wellness programs, medical spa treatments, and the list goes on and on. So let's share with them how you have transitioned your menu or your treatments from just being pampering, even though I'm sure you still do pampering, but how has it transformed more into wellness, preventative care, taking care of people? Can you walk us through that journey?
Well, of course, originally when I started to look at this business and understand what it was all about in the mid to late 90s, most people's perception was that massage therapy was a pampering opportunity. They didn't perceive it as something that might benefit health and wellness. I, as a former college athlete, had experienced massage therapy, but primarily because of injuries. And the only time I really partake of a massage was because of that. And many people, that was their perception. In the late 90s, it became more of a lifestyle in where the media started to pick up on it and popular culture in the industry. So we were very fortunate in that as a result of just the advent of the internet, people were educated more. People didn't go to see estheticians as much. When they had a skincare problem, they would think of a dermatologist. But the daily regimen of maintaining your skin, you're not going to go to a dermatologist for. And so as people started to, especially here in the Northeast, where we have such a variety of weather conditions, we legitimately have 4 seasons here in New York, even with the change in climate that we've all experienced, still it's radical and it has an impact on your skin. And because New York City is a place where everybody is competing against one another, everybody wants to look their best. So with the media doing a really bang up job in making sure people understood the importance of not only maintaining good health and wellness, but giving you an edge, so to speak, so that you could look your best, we were able to capitalize upon that.
Before this interview, and of course I've known about your facility for a long time, and I was noticing how wide your menu of services is now, where you offer so many different things. So we started talking about massage first, and how massage is part of a wellness plan now. Are you seeing more people now, especially in your area, coming in for massages more often and have it be part of their wellness plan?
One thing that all of us, and this is obviously a worldwide phenomenon with the pandemic that hit, we are seeing more and more people dealing with stress. Their massage becomes an outlet for them to find a way to relieve the tension that they're dealing with, both physically and emotionally. And of course, our industry was heavily impacted, as many hospitality industries were, but specifically the massage therapy and skincare industries, because the type of work that they do is such close quarter work. You're working so close with the client to try to achieve whatever their issues are, that many of the people that normally not only visited us as guests, but our staff have been impacted by the COVID. And as a result of the pandemic, we lost a lot of customers who did not have a comfort level with coming in. And we lost a lot of staff who also did not feel comfortable working with people that close. So with massage therapy especially, the outlet that people needed to get that sense of touch, that's one of the things that's been lost. The close contact, hugging, touching. Massage therapy is, for many people, that sense of, I don't want to use the word intimacy because that's not what this industry is about.
Right.
But everybody needs to be touched. And massage therapy is such a vital part of your health. We really saw that in the last year and a half. People, when they came back here, we had guests that literally came in and started crying that they could be back here receiving their massage because it was such an important part of their daily or monthly health regimen.
Yes. Well, I know I'm getting more massages now more than ever to make up for the last time when I did not go for almost 6 months or 9 months. We were fortunate though, Bruce, in Florida, we were much more open, of course, than what you guys experienced. And then the other thing we noticed with people when they were in lockdown was they did not eat the best food. People usually gained weight. And as I was looking through your menu, I noticed all the different body wrap for detoxing that you actually do for your consumers and your clients. Can we talk a little bit how by combining massage and wraps and detoxing and getting back into the wellness program, how have you seen that help your consumers?
Well, many of the services that we offer are either anti-aging or detoxifying. One of our most popular packages is called the renewal package. And in every sense of the word, it's what it does. It starts out with a scrub of some sort, and we exfoliate the body, and then that's followed by either a 60-minute massage or a 60-minute signature facial. So the detoxifying part of it, that's always been popular because people will avail themselves of that service if they drink a lot or they're not eating well for a while. And so that helps purge the skin and purge the body by sweating out all of those impurities. But primarily, I think what we saw as a result of people not being able to have a normal lifestyle, eating home, not that they would eat badly, but people consumed more alcohol. Alcohol, while in the short term can be a lot of fun, we
Yes.
know in the long term it can be very debilitating. And it has not only an issue with you gaining weight, but it also impacts the skin, and it really shows in the skin, not only dehydration, but it will, improve, not, excuse me, I don't mean improve, it will actually be a negative in terms of uh, wrinkles and causing the onset of other aging issues.
Yes, for sure. Well, as consumers, part of the wellness plan for anybody should definitely be the combination of both massage and body wraps, because as we all know, stress is the number one cause of all ailments. And if you don't take care of your body, then you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. And that's what I love about your place, is that you do have the whole wellness component for consumers, so they can come de-stress, they can detox, they can really take care of their wellness plan and participate in different treatments that you offer, which I think is so essential now more than ever before. So since we've talked about the body, the other thing that we're seeing a big demand for right now, because everybody is on Zoom, people are looking in the cameras, they're seeing their face and their imperfections, and they're like flocking to spas like crazy, from getting different facials like you just mentioned, or medical aesthetics. So can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing in your facility that's really becoming so popular that people are demanding certain types of treatments?
Well, we're always trying to stay on the cutting edge of what we can deliver to our clients as a service that will have a definite impact. There are so many things out there that people are promoting that we kind of look at and we don't buy into. We try to look and see what is truly going to help. One of the things we've been focusing on now is helping people to find better ways to not just rejuvenate, but to get rest. We've introduced a couple of massage services that will help people sleep better at night.
Nice.
And sleep, I think, is the number one prescription for good health. Obviously, rest, good diet, and exercise. So what we have seen is a lot of people have been coming in to get sports massage. Now, sports massage incorporates more stretching, and that's because a lot of people have been exercising and maybe overdoing it. And as a result, we've just brought in a new product called the Theragun. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's an amazing add-on to our massages. It's a device that can go very deep into muscles and help incorporate and promote healing. We've also been using it in our reflexology services. And if you love foot massage, you want to get the Theragun foot massage, whether it be at Oasis or another quality spa. These are tools that we are constantly, when we go to the trade shows, when we speak to vendors in the industry, and I get a lot of my great ideas from my staff. My staff is fully vested in knowing that we want to hear what their recommendations are. So I'm constantly, I love the industry, so I get the opportunity to meet a lot of the people that are introducing not only new products and machines, but services that can be something that's an asset to our staff. I love the Theragun. We just brought it in.
Yeah.
And so that's something that's really become very popular.
Exciting. I can't wait to try it. I haven't tried it yet. What would you say about the biggest trends or different demands that you're seeing for maybe anti-aging treatments or facial treatments, if you will? Can we talk a little bit about your facials and anti-aging treatments you offer?
Absolutely. We work do a lot of biotech here. Now,
Mm-hmm.
biotech is the combination of not just great facial products and services, but technology. So we're using microcurrent, we're using microdermabrasion, we
Mm-hmm.
have IPL here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one thing that our staff, I'm very fortunate to have really a tremendous skincare director here. Melissa is runs our skincare department, and the training she does with our brands.
Mm-hmm.
Use three primary skincare lines here. Elemis, which is where our biotech services are attached to,
Mm-hmm.
Eminence, which is an organic line, and GM Column, which is focused on anti-aging.
Mm-hmm.
All three lines have anti-aging specialties in it. And so here in the Northeast, as I mentioned before, we have such a variety of weather. We go from the hot summer here where humidity is so high in the New York area, and people overdo it out in the sun once they get the opportunity to get out there,
Yeah.
to a harsh winter where it's very dry, and we see people experiencing skincare issues that they may not experience elsewhere in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So we tailor our treatments annually on a quarterly basis,
Mm-hmm.
so that we take into account these seasons that
Mm-hmm.
change. Um, in our skincare department, the big focus is on hydration and anti-aging with wrinkle control.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's only so much we can do with doing a facial and with our machines. And what we're trying to do is delay the onset and protect the skin.
Mm-hmm. That's very important. Well, you know what's becoming so popular is the holistic approach was always very in demand. And now people want even more, which I notice now you're offering more medical spa treatments as well to combat the aging process. So I love the fact that you're actually giving the two aspects of treatments within your facility now and offering consumers the wide range to choose, because you have some consumers that want just your essential facials, and then you have these other consumers that are demanding for more non-invasive treatments such as the peels, maybe injectables, IPLs like you mentioned. Can you tell us the differences between what you're seeing in your facility and what consumers have as far as options to choose between the two different ones?
Well, obviously, you would love to be able to tell everyone that you're going to be able to somehow stop the aging
Yeah.
process. Excuse me. But that's not reality.
Right.
So what we talk to people about is the daily regimen with skincare, which is making sure that you cleanse your skin, that you tone your skin, you hydrate your skin. These are all critical daily regimens that people need to do
Mm-hmm.
to basically delay the onset of the dreaded wrinkle. Um, the eyes, I always say it's all in the eyes. And so here I am doing everything I can to keep my skin hydrated. As you may be able to tell, I have rosacea. Rosacea means a reddening of the skin, the capillaries, and it can be brought on by not just the environment, but what you put in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to make sure you know what the foods that you eat are. Our staff sits down with every client and does a consultation to try to determine what it is that they're trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at people's skin and we can determine what's going on. We have to be very sensitive to the client's needs, but also massaging their ego, pardon the pun, to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that they understand what we see. Many clients come in here and they have that, help me sign on them.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to do this? And you have to be realistic and you have to be straightforward. That's the one thing from the very beginning. When I started in this business 24 years ago, I ran focus groups, and I ran 3 focus groups. 2 of them were with potential clients. And what did I hear from most of the clients? They hated to be upsold.
Mm-hmm.
They hated to be sold a bill of goods just so that the
Right.
esthetician or the business could sell more product. One of the things that Oasis why we've lasted this long and why we continue to win all the awards that we do is because the staff here and our philosophy is educate first. We're not a hard sell. When we're trying to get that client to come back once a month, we don't want them to feel as if they're being pressured to upgrade a product or buy a service that they don't need. So honest evaluation is what goes into the consultation phase of our business. And so the esthetician, when it's dealing with skincare, is going to be right up front and ask about lifestyle. How often do you drink? What do you smoke? How much do you sleep? How much water do you drink? How do you stay hydrated? All of these factors go into recommending what type of treatment we're going to give you. And whether or not we feel, and in what's in the best interest of the client, whether or not they need to do, whether it be a biotech treatment, which requires a more invasive, or whether we can do something that delays the onset. We do not do medical services at Oasis Day Spa. We do have a medical doctor that comes in here and will do injectables. But injectables, as you can imagine, is the last resort for us.
Yeah. Well, there are so many things you can do holistically, which is a lot of people are wanting rather than do the more invasive treatments. So it's nice to be able to educate them and show them the things that you can do and help them with. So I love that about what you guys do there. That's so good. Let's talk.
I would just remind Dori. I would just remind people: the sun is not your friend.
That's true.
If you're going out in the sun, please put sunscreen on and protect. Wear a hat, protect yourself.
Yes.
It takes its toll.
Yes. So I live part of the time in a condo on the beach here in Daytona. And my neighbors, sometimes you run into them in the elevator or sitting by the pool or walking on the beach. And you could tell the people that definitely sit out in the sun all the time, their skin is like leather. It looks awful. And here I am all covered up under an umbrella with a big hat and sunscreen trying to protect my skin. So it's funny though, some people still just pile on that oil and sit out in the sun. It amazes me.
Yeah, what people don't realize, even if you're not directly in the sun, you're still absorbing UV rays. You're still getting a tan, even if you're getting secondary sun.
Yeah.
And what we love about the sun is the warmth.
Yeah. Well, you look amazing, though. I thought that was a natural glow that you have and not rosacea.
Well, I will tell you, I follow the regimen that's given to me by my skincare director here. I cleanse in the morning, I cleanse at night, I put on some toner, but mostly I put on sunscreen.
Yes.
And
that's
I
good.
do, and my diet is good, so I look much younger than I really am.
Yeah, we're not going to tell people how old you are, though, are we?
I'm happy to tell you, I'm proud of my age, and I'm 67 years old.
Wow, well, you look amazing, Bruce. Good for you. You have great team members helping you look amazing at your age.
I have 100 wives here at Oasis.
Oh, I feel your pain. 100.
I used to be 6'2". Now I'm 5'6". Worn me down over the years.
Oh, that's so funny. Now, the other thing that you do, I love the fact that you are so innovative and you're such a visionary that you also do really corporate wellness by having your mobile massage, right? So you do pop-up.
That I can attribute.
Oasis pop-up, yeah.
I love to tell the story. I joke with my friends. I said, how did you come up with the idea to put chair massage at the trade shows and go into businesses?
Yeah, I love that.
When I was transitioning into this industry, I used to be a trade show professional for a very long time. And I had to get off the road. I was on the road too much. And at the time, it was an idea that it was its time. The day spa industry was burgeoning, and I saw the opportunity to have a more stable life, not be on the road as much.
Right.
And so before the success of Oasis Day Spa, which I teach a marketing and business class on how to run a business, And so I sat down and did the research in this industry. But in the meantime, I still had to make a living, and I was doing part-time work in the trade show industry. And I came up with the idea to put chair massage on the trade show floors because there was always, sometimes at many of the shows, they had extra space left over. So, people say to me, so what was your pitch? How did you convince them? I went to one of the shows that I was friendly with the manager, and I basically said, you got to let me have a space on the floor. I need this. You got to help me out. So I groveled. I groveled very well. And so we put the chair massage at the first show. It was in Chicago. It was the Flower and Garden Show in 1996.
Wow.
And it worked. And so from there, I went to all the people I knew over the years, and I had to go out and find staffing in each city, which I did. And then I went and looked at all the show schedules for public shows and trade shows. There's a difference. Trade shows are business to business.
Yeah.
Public shows are like passion
Consumers,
shows.
yeah.
Yeah. The passion shows are great for Oasis because now I'm reaching the general public.
Yes.
And what I would say to any of the business owners that are going to watch this, and I speak to this when I teach my marketing class. If you're going to go fishing for new customers, you got to go where the fish are.
That's right.
You could have the best boat in the world and the nicest fishing equipment and the best bait. If there are no fish in the water, you're not catching fish.
That's right.
So I looked at shows that I thought would be attractive to a clientele that I was looking at. And where did I go? Well, 80% of the clients at Oasis Day Spa are women, 20% are men. So I went to where I felt there would be women with disposable income going to public shows. So I went to fashion-oriented shows. I went to food-oriented shows. I looked at the makeup shows. So I also tried to work with other businesses where there would be a synergy between the two of us, where I could help them and they could help me.
Yeah.
Now, right now for Father's Day, I'm working with golf-oriented businesses and promoting to the driving ranges, and I'm speaking to some of the country clubs and doing some bounce back for them. They need marketing. I can provide marketing through our venues and through our email list, which I can't emphasize enough to those people watching this, the importance of you capturing the information of your clients when they come in, making sure you get their email address, making sure you find out when their birthday is, look at their original date that they come to visit you. Look for an excuse for you to personalize an email to one of your clients and let them know that you're thinking of them and that they should think about buying their gift at Oasis Day Spa for somebody else. One thing that we know we can sell, we have Father's Day coming up this Sunday, but the next major holiday in America is not until Thanksgiving, really. What happens 365 days a year? Somebody has a birthday.
That's right.
And so we're promoting birthdays all the time. Buy your birthday gift at Oasis Day Spa.
Yeah. Well, marketing is such an important part of any business. And what's nice about being proactive with your marketing approach is that you're attracting the type of clientele that is definitely into day spa treatments and want to look good and feel better and be well. And that's really why I wanted you to be on the shows, because for the past, like you said, 24, 25 years, that's what you guys have done for your consumers in New York. So I want to advise, one last advice, if you were to give someone on really coming up with a great wellness program. What are some of the must-have treatments that people in New York should have right now as a wellness plan where they could truly feel better and look better about themselves?
Well, here we are. It's on Monday is the official start of summer, but the unofficial start was Memorial Day, and people here in New York, summer is sacred in New York. We have Memorial Day to Labor Day, and this year Labor Day, pardon me, I think Labor Day this year is going to be different than in any other year that I can remember for this reason. New York City is the financial capital of the United States, and our One Park Avenue location has seen such a dramatic change in the last 16 months because nobody's working in New York City. The building at One Park Avenue, which has about 3,300 daily people working in the building, is averaging about 250 people a day. And surrounding us are other buildings that are commercial-oriented office buildings, and those people are not working there as well. And so when we think about the restart of Labor Day this year, it's supposed to be when the corporations are now, unlike Florida, which has been open longer, New York City is saying Labor Day, we expect everybody to come back to work. Now, we're not expecting that to happen this year, that everybody's going to come back. It may be a year or two more before we see this in our rear view mirror.
Wow.
Certainly, I would say to everybody, health-wise, I got vaccinated. I would encourage everyone to get vaccinated. Not everybody wants to get vaccinated. They have their own reason. That's fine. But as we can see, if you're in an area where people aren't getting vaccinated, there are spikes now. And that's going to lead here in New York, because it is a state, and especially New York City has a high vaccination rate, business could bounce back. So when we look at what's going to be happening this fall, we anticipate that business will rebound and people will come in. We want them to know that we've gone to great lengths to make sure that our facilities are safe. We put in a new HVAC system, which is heating, ventilating, air conditioning. We installed a system that kills 98% of airborne viruses.
Wow.
Our staff is making sure that we disinfect everything on a daily basis. All locations are always pristine. It's one of those tics that I have. I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah.
And so we make sure. But in terms of what we're doing for the rest of this summer, for June through July and August, we're focusing on sun damage control and the impacts that will have on the skin. Massage therapy. We get the people that come in now from going out and being active, more sports injuries. That's one of the reasons we brought the Theragun in. We're lucky we're going to be able to start doing hot stones again. That was tabled by the governor here in New York. So the services that we focus on in the summer are different than we do in the fall.
Sure.
We're looking for making sure that skin care, sun care, and sun care damage is prevented. So that's our focus now.
That's wonderful. Well, you're definitely, during this whole pandemic that we went through, every business had to pivot and make changes and innovate. And it sounds like you're definitely doing all those things to protect your consumers and to still provide them with treatments that they can still come in and have. So I admire that.
I also want to make sure I protect the people that work.
Absolutely, yes. Your team, for sure. Yeah, everybody.
Those are my main marketing people.
That's right.
So the one thing I would say to any business owner watching this, or even consumers, you are your own advertising program.
That's
my
right.
staff leaves here, they talk about Oasis Day Spa, but more importantly, to my customers out there, thank you very much for being so supportive in the past 14 months and for the last 23 plus years.
Yeah.
You are our #1 marketing tool. Word of mouth is still king of the hill.
For sure. Yes. Yes. You're preaching to the choir here. You are absolutely right, Bruce. It was so nice to have you. Is there one last advice you want to give the audience?
I would say be good to yourself. Go easy on yourself. People are too hard on themselves. I'm not going to say I'm some wise old man. I'm not. But the stress that I see people put upon themselves is, one of the main factors as to why they don't have good mental health, which can lead to bad physical health.
Yeah, you are so right.
Everybody goes through stress. find an outlet for it. If it's coming to get a massage at Oasis or a facial, that's what you should do. But
Yeah.
number one thing, good nutrition, get lots of sleep, hydrate, and wear sunscreen.
That's right. Good advice. Thank you so much for being with us, Bruce, and sharing your wisdom and expertise and your knowledge. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dori. And anybody ever wants to reach out to me to talk business, or they want to come and visit Oasis, I'll extend you a discount at Oasis. Email me at bruce@oasisdayspa.nyc.com. Dori, cannot thank you enough for having me on today.
Oh, my pleasure. So I just want to tell everyone, if you are looking for ways to improve your look, your health, your wellness, make sure you go to their website. It's again Oasis Day Spa nyc.com, and there you'll find the wide range of treatments and products and modalities that you can participate in, so you can really have a well-balanced life. Like this episode, share it. Leave us comments below and subscribe to the InSPAration Management YouTube channel, as well as Meet the Experts YouTube channel. And if you are also an expert and you would like to be a guest, make sure you go to meettheexperts.com and apply. We would love to have you share your wisdom and your knowledge with your community. Until we meet again, be well. Thank you again for watching.